Are you confident in your trading? What is confidence? Why would you even want it for trading? What can you do to build confidence in the markets? Whether you consider yourself a confident trader or not, this video is going to give you value on how to maintain it, how to increase your confidence, and why. I'm going to share the habits and the processes I use to stay confident and sharp when I'm trading. I'm Sam. I've been trading profitably for just over 4 months now, so I'm not some millionaire guru. I'm just sharing you my journey, and I've actually recently started a free Telegram. The link's below, and in there, I just share all my trades, anything I find interesting in the Forex or trading world. I open up a group chat for you guys to chat to me regularly, ask questions, give feedback. It's free. Get involved. Links below. Okay, so firstly, what is confidence? Well, I heard this recently on a podcast with Alex Hormozy, if any of you know who he is. And he says that confidence is a stack of undeniable proof that you are who you say you are. So that's it, proof. It doesn't matter what you're doing, trading, the gym, life, family, relationships, it doesn't matter. You can't fake confidence. You can act, but it's not the same. You're just going to be lying to yourself, and overall, that will come through. When you first do the thing, whatever that is, you won't have real confidence. It's likely you'll fail, but you keep repeating and repeating, and as you see progress, the confidence builds. And in this video, we're going to talk about how to make progress to build the confidence. But next, why would you even want confidence? What effect does that have in trading, in any area of your life? So you may already know this in other areas of your life, but confidence gives you belief. It's easier to make harder decisions. You may become more disciplined. You can often help keep your emotions more stable. Now, that for trading has masses of positive effects. We're going to dive into that soon. Before I would consider myself a confident trader, I would sometimes have a win streak or be profitable over a short space of time, but I did not feel at all like I could repeat that. It really did feel like luck. And in the end, that I proved myself right. It was luck. There was after that, it would be a losing streak, and overall, I'd be losing. What's more, my data backed this up too. I was not repeating a proven strategy. Rather, I was just trading more randomly and not controlling risk. Because it was hard to repeat, each time I would go to the markets, it was like I was doing something new. And because I was doing something new, like we spoke about, there was then not this sense of confidence. I was doing something different each time, which maybe some of you are going through this right now. So why could this benefit your trading? Well, if you're confident and you know what you're looking for and you know your strategy inside out, then you're going to be more patient. You're not going to rush. You're going to make the right decision and you're going to make it more often. You're also going to be less emotional because you're going to know that your strategy works. You've proven it to yourself. You're going to have data to back it up, which we'll talk about soon about how to collect that data. Therefore, when you have a losing trade, in your mind, it's all part of the statistics. Trading is ultimately a numbers game that you're going to lose. Even profitable traders still lose, but when they do, they don't throw their toys out the pram or change strategy. They just keep going and repeating because they know in the long term it works. An example I'll give you is last month I actually ended up breaking even after being in profit after the first 3 weeks. But I'm not going to change anything. I'm just going to continue doing what I'm doing because I've done it and I know that it works. The next benefit it will give you is trust. You will have trust in yourself, and the impact of the money and the balance fluctuating will be less. This also links back to being emotional and controlling your emotions. You're going to have better risk control. If you're confident in your strategy and approach, you're less likely to do something different you've not done before and increase risk, for example, if it doesn't make sense. You'll be more prepared for all the range of outcomes. This will also lead to more discipline, which is another great trait which you want in trading and all areas of your life. Now, with all these things, as long as you're controlling risk and you know that your strategy can work, this will inevitably lead to better performance. So the next bit is, how can you get confident as a trader? Well, we know you can't fake it and we know you need proof. So you need to fully understand your approach. So if someone asks you any question about your strategy and approach, you can answer it with confidence. If you are a complete beginner, I don't believe you can have true confidence. One of the things you absolutely need is some sort of experience. You may be able to get uninformed confidence, also known as the Dunning-Kruger effect, but that won't be working long term. So how can you get proof, whatever stage you're at, whether you're experienced, whether you're brand new, how can you prove that you're doing something which is working? You need little micro wins and stats that prove to yourself that what you're doing is working or not. And if you find out that something is not working, you can also use this to build confidence. Because, for example, let's say you find out that lower time frame zones don't work for you. Whatever your strategy is, they just don't work. You can now be confident to ignore these signs and stop trading that way. You might see a setup on a low time frame, but you've proven to yourself and you know that it's not going to work, so you ignore it. And there's no FOMO, there's nothing, because you've got all this data from your journal that proves to you that that won't work. One of the main things you need is experience. Even just a minimum of 2 months will be good. Ideally, some experience on a small live account with some money that you can afford to lose. Doesn't matter how small it is, literally £50 is fine. And at the start, the goal is not to make money, but rather to build data and experience and the process, the habits you build, the decisions you make. That's more the goal. It's unlikely and highly unrealistic to start trading and 1 month later be profitable and quit your job and move to Dubai. So this leads to the next point, which is journaling. I made a video about this recently, which I suggest you watch if you haven't already. It dives into how to journal, the best way to do it, what data is best to collect. There's a free template on there as well. But with a journal, you can clearly then see what is working and what is not working. And you can use the stats. The stats don't lie. There's no objective opinion here. Let's say you have 50 trade examples and all of them are bounces off a zone. And let's say it's all an H4 zone. And you can see that 20 of the times you won and 30 of the times you lost. And it was an equal risk to reward. So overall, that it didn't work. You now know for fact, and this needs to happen from you, not just someone else's journal, because we all trade differently, we see zones differently. You know for a fact that when you trade like this, it's not profitable. You want to see what happens over many trades, not just one. But let's flip it and let's say that it was profitable. Let's say over 50 trades, you actually won 30 and you lost 20. Well, then when you lose a couple, you've got all this data, you've got 50 trades behind you, proving that actually, although I've lost one and two here in a row, I know that over 50, I'm going to win. And this will be great to build your confidence. You can start to include backtesting. This will help to build more data to prove to you what's working and what's not. It also helps to build intuition. You want a trading plan and you want to follow it with the goal to follow the plan, not to win, at least at the start. You need achievable goals, which for me, and still I try my best to keep it, is not to make X amount of money a month, although I have that idea in my head. It's actually to follow the script, follow the trading rules. Another thing you can do to help build your confidence is have some sort of community, whether this be a few friends that are doing the same thing you're doing, whether that you have some sort of mentorship and some sort of coaching program, but surrounding yourself with people who are ideally a few steps ahead of you, not loads, just a couple steps ahead of you, because it's more relatable and they can then agree or disagree with things you're doing because that'll be fresh in their mind because they're only a few steps ahead. And then you've then got the support of someone who's a bit better than you that can tell you this is working, this is not. That also helps to build confidence. And lastly, you want realistic expectations. This helps massively. Let's relate this to real life. So let's say you want to start going to the gym and you want to do 10 pull-ups by the end of the month. But at the moment, you don't go to the gym loads and you can only do 2 pull-ups. Well, we won't dive into why that might be quite unrealistic, but the fact is it's super unlikely you'll hit that target. You will then feel a sense of failure, lowering your confidence, which then snowballs and makes it harder for you to keep going to the gym to get your 10 pull-ups because you haven't achieved it in the time frame you wanted to achieve it by. It's almost like tricking your brain, although we said you can't fake confidence, but it's almost like tricking your brain into achieving something and proving to yourself you can do it no matter what it is. And then the next goal is just a little bit harder than the previous goal. That's it. If we relate this back to trading, you can make the goal to follow your process, to collect data and to make changes as you go. This will build confidence. This is very achievable. It's not, I'm going to make X amount of money per month next month. At the end of all this, you will then have a bunch of data telling you these trading rules work over a period of time. I'll drop some ideas now on the screen of what those rules could be and what you test for, but quite frankly, the rules are irrelevant. It's just a proof. That's all we're looking for here is proof. The point is that you test something, you find out if it works or not. You're then confident to make the same decision over and over again going forwards. Right, so that was it. So thank you for watching if you're still here. I hope you found that helpful. I hope that this will help you improve confidence and you can measure this and see how you're going and you can start to set goals. I'm thinking of my next video of possibly showing my approach and my strategy and maybe diving into a bit deeper of what I look for. But quite frankly, it's not super black or white or yes or no to all these things. And each person's strategy is slightly different. And what I'm trying to get the point across here with this video and the previous video about confidence and journaling is that you need to come up with your version of what works. Anyway, cheers for watching. If you're in the Telegram, I'll see you there. Bye.